was a man. And his name was Johnny. And he likes Pabst Blue Ribbon, or so I've been told. But you see, folks, when you drink, you gotta eat. And he likes Hot Pockets too. In the nude. But you see, we don't know the story, because Johnny hasn't told us. But we want to know. So Johnny boy, co-host who knows most, if you could, enlighten us. Tell us why Pabst Blue Ribbon and Hot Pockets is your jam.
We're talking about a man.
That's me.
Who's esteemed. He's known worldwide.
You heard him.
He has listeners everywhere.
Woo!
Damn near every corner of the globe.
That's far.
Mr. Todd Orr.
Let's go. I'm a podcast veteran. Been in the game for 10 years. I got the co-host that knows most, and that's Johnny. And I'm Toddy. This is the TC. What's up, and good evening to you. This is Todd Orner from the Toddcast, coming at you from the great state of PA, Central PA to be exact. My name is Todd Orndorff. I'll be your party host for this evening, and along with me today is my co-host who knows most, the hype man for Tattooed in the Wild, the raging redneck himself, Johnny Simonetti. It doesn't matter, because he is ready. Johnny, what's up, my friend?
What's up, my homie? How in the world are you?
I used to be one take Todd on like everything. It just took me 3 tries to get that intro. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. That's what happens when you try to make me do it for 2 weeks in a row.
I'm trying to pass co-host isn't just being on here and talking. You need a little bit of responsibility. I'm trying to get you, I'm trying to get you to that next co-host level.
I tried it. It didn't work. It was funny as crap. Don't get me wrong. It was funny. But then sitting here listening to you try to do it 3 times in a row, I was cracking up. And I told you, I said, see, that's what happens.
We're going to set the over-under at 4, and within the last week, as many times as you've been on the Porncast.
I'm never going to live the Porncast down. I can see that now.
Oh, my gosh.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, man. Happy Friday to you, brother. We're back, and we are ready, and we're back for another episode, bro. This is the 5th one of the month of August. Can you believe it?
That is freaking awesome. That is awesome. Loving it. Loving it. Loving it.
And
thank you
we
for
got
having
breaking
me aboard.
news. Heck yeah.
breaking
For
news.
now.
All
If you don't start picking up some of the responsibility. I explained what 86 is. You said you don't want none of that.
I don't want 86. No.
We have some breaking news.
All right. Bring me
Breaking
the breaking
news on the show. I just got word maybe about an hour ago. So, as I stated, I believe, 2 shows ago, that we have branched out across the pond and hit a couple other countries. And we have another... This is a big one. We just got a really big plug. And the numbers show that we are being listened to now at a pretty decent rate. Drum roll.
Drum roll.
In the United Kingdom. We can check that off the list. Now, we're right at this point, we're so far international right now, it's freaking awesome.
I love it. You know what? You sent me the text, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me, dude. For real? That is awesome.
I know we hammer it in the States, but, dude, we're hammering it out, across waters now. That's pretty awesome, man.
I'm loving it. Loving it.
See, but the thing is, I love to travel. It's like my thing. I feel like, and I've been saying this for years now, and I firmly believe it. I felt like just about half of my life has been spent in hotel rooms because of sports, because of traveling, whatever. And what we need to really like zero in on is the people who listen to this show across the pond. They need to be some sort of like hotel manager or something so I can get free rooms. And so you can get free rooms. You know what I mean? So we can take Sweet Pea and Sweet Pea 2 so we can go on like a double vacay and, hey, wait a second. Are you him? Yeah, that's me, and that's my co-host. Bam. Free room, $1,000 a night for a week.
Brother, I hate to disappoint you. It's just going to be, is that you? Yep, that's you. Yeah, that's Todd Orndorff from the Toddcast, because this old boy don't travel.
What are you talking about? You don't travel.
I don't travel, dude. I don't travel. You won't get my wife on an airplane.
Take a boat. I said water.
You're not going to get her on a boat. As soon as she can't see land, she's done. It's all I can do to get her on an elevator.
What?
You got to realize my wife suffers from panic attacks, and you get her in when we go to Virginia Beach, we take the alternate route. So we just have to go under a little tunnel. You get her in the Chesapeake Bay Bridge tunnel, she has to be driving or she's not going to make it.
No way.
It's just, it's just one of those things. She suffers from panic attacks, and so, I don't travel. I mean, hell, my boys from Tattooed in the Wild have been trying to get me to come up to Ohio for 7 years, and I just don't want to leave her alone because, it's just one of them things. This year it's happening. But, we just don't travel a whole lot.
Whoa.
So going across the pond, no.
Wait, but do you travel? Like, would you travel?
I have
or
traveled.
Just...
All right, let me put it to you this way. My daughter is 15 years old. Since the day she's been born, I have been away from her for 2 nights. That's it.
Okay.
I don't travel. I'm a homebody. I like to be at home. I like to make sure my girls are taken care of. I just don't travel. And also, since my daughter has been born, my wife has not spent a night away from her but 2 nights. And that's because she ended up having a hysterectomy, and she was in the hospital.
Right.
So, no, I take that back. I've been away from my daughter for 4 nights because Dreama and her friend and Shelly and her friend, they went to New York this year to go watch BTS in concert. And I'm going to tell you what, that's the worst weekend I've ever had in my life.
Wait a second right now. Hold on. Last episode, you were talking how they were going somewhere. They went to this concert or whatever, or you were telling me at some point, and you called them and they were on a ferry. That's a boat, brother.
Right, yeah, but they can see land from both sides of the ferry. Between New York and New Jersey, they were on a ferry somewhere. They can see land. That's different than going out on a cruise and looking out and all you see is water. Totally different. And you also have to realize, with my wife going to New Jersey for this concert was such an amazing step for her that I was proud of her. And she went with an adult friend, and that was a big step for her. But when she was on the ferry, you can see land. That's totally different than when you're on a boat and you can't see land, is what she explains to me.
Dude, that's one of the greatest feelings. Dude, I was 2 weeks before Hurricane Katrina hit, I was in Biloxi, Mississippi, 12 miles out in the ocean on this boat that's like the size of a pack of gum. And we're out there fishing for shark and everything, and we're like 12 miles out, dude. You couldn't see land anywhere. It was like the greatest thing ever. I'm a huge fan of like large bodies of water. because there's something about the mystery of not knowing what's under you and not being able to see it. And you know, like if I don't know, man, it's just I dig it. I really do. But the good thing is, you know, if she's not into all that jazz or whatever, flying or being on the boats or heck, even elevators, as you say. Well, you can't take an elevator up here to Pennsylvania, so hop your butts in the vehicle. Come on up here. Let's share some reload. We'll have a Pabst Blue Ribbon or something. Or I'm not much of a beer drinker, but we can have Pabst Blue Ribbon. We can have some tin cup whiskey, which is in my credential cup right now. You know, get your butts on up here sometime.
Now that's a different story. Now we can hop in a car. We can hop in the car and go somewhere. She can't. She has a hard time getting in the car by herself and driving, say, an hour away. She gets panicked. What if something goes wrong? How long is it going to take someone to get here? But when they went up to New Jersey, she had a really good friend of ours, a really good friend of hers, went with her, who is a world traveler. She is actually now teaching in Korea. So she has been all around. Oh, it's awesome, dude. They talk every day. Caroline sends her pictures every day of Korea. It's beautiful. So she was very comfortable going up there with her because I really did not want to go to this concert. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't want to go. It's a Korean concert. It's a Korean pop band. So I really have no interest in it. I didn't want to go, but my wife and my daughter are really into it. So they went. Oh, and they had a fabulous time. Me, I did not have a good time. Dude, I was stressed all weekend. Sunday, I could not function. Anxiety, separation anxiety killed me. When they got home, I told them, I said, you're not going without me again because I can't do that. I have not been away from my daughter no more than 4 nights. I said 2 nights earlier, but it was 4 nights because I forgot. I've been twice hunting in Pennsylvania, and or whichever one I messed up. But I've only spent 4 nights away from my daughter, so I had a lot of separation anxiety that weekend. I could not function that weekend, and when they got home, I said, "You're not going again without me. I'll be by your side."
Yeah, being a parent, I can see why that's hard. Now, I don't know. Like, it's definitely difficult. It's definitely difficult to leave. You know, because it's like, all right, well, you know, who's their greatest protector? Who wants to make sure that they're, you know, as safe as possible, more than mommy and daddy? But I don't know. I mean, we've really, I mean, the amount of times that we can count on one hand, and that's for both children. But, I don't know, man, sometimes it's just nice to, I don't know, go on a trip and not have to worry about vacuuming Cheerios out of the back of your car.
You know, and I get it. And of course, now, you know, like I said, my daughter's 15. It's getting, you know, I know she's going to be going out more. She spent some night with her friend, I think 2 or 3 times, and that was rough. But we're always within 15 minutes of each other. All of us are within 15 minutes of each other. So going away, going on a trip, when you're, like I said, when Dreamer and Shelley were in New Jersey and I was here in Virginia, man, that was not my comfort zone. And I know it's going to happen more and more. I know, but it's rough.
Heck yeah, brother. Hey, by the way, I actually came across, well, actually, I didn't come across something. I was thinking about something. I asked you a couple episodes ago about, like, who your favorite band was or whatever and stuff, and I was just messing around and stuff. But in the car today, we were driving around, and I was, you know, the playlist that we have in the car it is all on my phone. And there's, like, a boatload of different genres and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so me and the hashtag Smoking Hot soon to be wife were talking about, you know, like, what's your favorite genre of music and stuff. And like, I myself have gone into like crazy periods where Like, I feel like I really dig like a lot of country, and then I'll be like, oh wait, but then I hear this song, and all of a sudden it's just like, bam, like 80s rock, absolutely. What was I thinking with a little bit of country? No. Or like I'll hear some Frank Sinatra or something, and fly me to the moon. Be like, oh man, the Rat Pack, Sammy Davis and all those guys, you know what I mean? But, so like, if you really, and there's no joke here, just so you know, but like, what is your favorite genre? Because I never got the answer out of you because I was,
The thing is, I don't have a favorite genre. I mean, I listen to everything. I listen to country. I listen to 80s hits. I mean, some of the best times I've ever had is being over at my buddy's house on a weekend get together and sitting around the campfire and just playing 80s trivia. You play a song, first two chords, who sings it, what's the name of the song. That has been a highlight of my life. I love 80s music. That's when I grew up. That's when MTV came out. I love country music. I love Wilson Fairchild. Right now you go out and you open up my phone, it's Upchurch Radio. Hell, I love rap music. Back in the day when Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and
Dr. Dre was my all-time favorite.
Oh, dude, I mean, that's
dude,
what
I'll bust a beat for you sometime. Trust me.
Do that. I mean, that's what I grew up on. I love rap music.
I never forgot about Dre.
Oh no, me either.
Are you kidding me? You didn't get my reference?
Do what?
Keep going.
I'm being all serious here, and you're dropping references, and I'm trying to be serious, and I missed it.
Oh, that just breaks my heart. That's like one of the greatest of all time. So like, you talk about your playlists and stuff. So obviously you're an outdoorsman, and I'm an outdoorsman. And so me and the family, we like to go hiking and stuff. Just like be out in the woods. So, do you make playlists for like different things that you do?
No.
No?
No. It just all depends on my mood.
No. Because I have like a gym playlist or whatever, right? Stuff that will just like get me fired up. And
I get that.
And I made a playlist, so for hiking with the kids and stuff, whatever, so to keep them entertained. It's got music from the Peanuts, the Cranberries, and Eminem. I call it my trail mix.
Trail mix, I like that. That's freaking hilarious.
What'd you say? She just said, I hate you. Music from Peanuts, the Cranberries, and Eminem. It's my trail mix.
That is the best thing I've ever heard. That's good stuff. Oh, Lord. See, I caught that. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
It is. I agree with you. I got cords and everything going everywhere. I hope that doesn't mess up with your audio.
No, you're good. I'll let you borrow that one.
I will.
Yeah.
Peanuts. Hold on. I'm writing it down. Peanuts, cranberries,
Peanuts,
and
the
M&M.
Cranberries. The
And
Cranberries
M&M.
and M&M. I call it my trail mix.
I just wrote that down. I'm using that sometime.
I got a full stream.
Oh my God.
But like in all seriousness though, like, if you think about songs and music and stuff and like the different, like God Bless Americas and everything, like technically I guess you could say like national anthems are just country music, right?
National anthems are country music? National anthems are just American. I'm not sure I understand what you're asking me.
No.
I'm not sure. Now, hold on. I'm not sure I know what you... Maybe I'm missing something here, but I
No.
missed something.
No, like I said, if we're thinking about genres and things, like if you think about it, like national anthems are just country music, right?
No, national anthem is national anthem. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm missing something, but when it comes to the national anthem, that's
I'm
just
so glad
pretty much
you're here. I'm so
the
glad you're on
national
the air
anthem.
tonight.
That's fine, but yeah, I don't mess around with the national anthem. You know where I stand on that. I don't know what you're getting at, but
No.
I'm not catching it.
No, think about it. No, this is seriously. You got Motley Crue, right? You got all these bands or whatever. It's like some sort of rock and roll, however you want to put it. And then you got bands like Pearl Jam or whatever. You put them in like the alternative whatever. National anthems are just like country music, right?
Brother, I'm sorry. I don't know where you're going with this. The national anthem, are you talking about the national anthem?
National anthems are just country music, right?
No, our national anthem is the national anthem. I'm not sure where you're going, and I'm not going to deviate from that. I don't know where you're going with this, but no, our national anthem is.
Johnny, come on,
what?
man!
I can't get it. I don't know what you're saying. I really don't.
Repeat what I said.
All right, next subject.
No, repeat what I said.
Next subject.
Repeat
I'm not getting it, brother.
Listen to me. Oh my gosh. Listen to me. Are you ready?
All right, go ahead.
National anthems are just country music.
All right, cool. Yep, I agree.
You don't get it?
No, I don't get it. I'm not getting it, brother. I'm not getting it.
Each country has a national anthem, right?
Yeah.
So national anthems are just country music.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I'll be damned. Hey, dude, you don't understand. You don't understand how I am. You don't understand
I do
how I
understand.
am.
Why do you think I would ask you?
Yeah, but you kept on. Why did you keep me fishing that long?
I was like,
What?
you would have got it.
No. Hey, dude, when you start talking about the national anthem, all I'm seeing is flags in my head, brother.
Oh my gosh. I'm seeing red flags with you, I'll tell you.
Oh, trust me, I was starting to see red.
Oh my God, I can't believe you didn't get that.
No, I didn't. No, you don't understand. No. That's just no. All I heard was national anthem, and all I saw was American flag.
Oh, oh my gosh.
You and these freaking dad jokes, man. Yeah, you got me last week on the dad jokes.
Oh my God.
Oh Lordy.
Dude.
Peanuts, cranberries, and M&M trail mix.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Toddcast. This is how we roll. This is what we do. Enjoy it. If not, get out. This is how it works.
Everybody's going to enjoy it. We got some shout-outs today. I'll tell you what. Yeah, we did. We got some shout-outs today.
Holla, let's hear them.
My boys over at Titty and Shiner Show. It's
what'd they do?
Tiddy.
Why do you need to specify how to spell that?
Yeah, well, people are going to say, oh, titty. He said titty on there. No, it's tiddy, not titty. They gave us a shout-out today on their podcast. So, of course, I only felt it right to give them a shout-out because they actually gave us a compliment. They said we've been killing the past 2 episodes. They've been laughing their ass off. These guys, you don't know what you're going to get from them. One podcast, no, you really don't. One week, they're all political. They're bashing so-and-so. And the next week, they're just having a good time and laughing their ass off. So I felt it only right to make sure we give them a shout out this week because, like I said, you don't know what they're getting. They said the past 3 episodes, they've been laughing their ass off. So I got to give a shout out to Brett and our Big Titty and Shunner. Appreciate y'all listening, and we listen to y'all every week, and we love it.
Heck yeah, gentlemen, thank you very much. I heard that on their show also. I was like, man, that's one of the cool things about podcasting. And at the PodCon during, I think it was a part of the Atomic Drop Show interview that I was a part of. I said, like, podcasting is one of these things where if you're in it and if you're, like, involved in and passionate about it, it's like you're part of this, like, elite little club. So to get a shout out from, someone you've never met, someone you recently met, and only met via this platform, for them to give you a shout out, it's a pretty, it feels like a pretty big honor because there's how many people in the world and there's only how many people who do this. And to be recognized by somebody else that shares a passion that you do, who compliments you on the work that you and I are doing, dude, hats off to those gentlemen. Thank you.
Absolutely. Dude, this is just, and I know I've said this. I think I've said this pretty much on every podcast that I've been on with you. I appreciate the opportunity. Dude, I just love this. I look forward to this every week. It's a lot of fun. We sit here and we just bullshit back and forth and have a good time. And it's a lot of fun. And again, I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. It's freaking awesome. I mean, you've told me no a couple times on the show, and you have said no to some intros and things. So there's a couple kinks we got to work out. But
yeah. You have to understand, you've been in the game for 10 years. I'm just getting into the game for a year. When you ask me to, hey, you're doing the promo tonight. You're doing the intro tonight. I'm like, man, I can't do that. Yeah, you got this. You pump me up and you get me going. So I get into it, and the first freaking giggle I hear from you, I'm done. I'm over with. I'm done. The first giggle I hear from you, that's it. I'm done. I cannot finish it. I'm on here to have a good time and just shoot the shit, or as you hate to hear me say, chew the fat.
Chew the fat.
And chew the fat and have a good time, brother.
So for everybody who listens to this, I do the editing on the show, and the reason why I would prefer to do editing on any show is because if you've heard my show for a lengthy period of time, you know that I stutter, so there are things that I do to make this show just sound a little bit more fluently and stuff and whatnot. And one of the programs I use is a platform that allows me to, like, surf the web or whatever, try to find, like, different topics and such. And sometimes, and I'm just being real with everybody right now, sometimes whenever we are recording and stuff, and, I wanted to see if there is, like, any breaking news out in the world or whatever, I'll, like, go through and, like, check our numbers and stuff and everything just to see how things are going. And, see if there's, like, a new country or whatever. That's how I found out about the United Kingdom. But some of the analytics that podcasters get, it breaks down the country or the state here in the States, sometimes the city, if it can pinpoint it, and the time of day. Which, Johnny, I never even told you this. But, like,
Yeah.
We can see the time of day that people listen to our show. And every podcaster has the ability to do that if they use the platform Podbean.com, which we do. I'm very thankful for Podbean because they give us so much information that only makes our show better. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So the reason why I'm saying this right now is because I was, scrolling through, and I just happened to be checking the numbers while we're going back and forth. And like I said, you can see different, like, cities, towns, or whatever. Well, did you know that people in Athens have been listening to us? You don't know that, because guess who just found that out?
Todd Orndorff. Dude, I know you're baiting me in again.
I just said I just went on a 3-minute spiel. I'm not baiting anything in, dude. I'll give you the information. You can go look at it yourself.
All right. I don't trust you one bit.
I'm the host of this show. What are you talking about?
Athens. All right, cool. Sweet.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not talking Georgia. But the thing is, like, the cool thing about, like, for if there is a podcaster out there who was like trying to listen to this thing, you know, or you know, I met two guys at the PodCon who just started in podcasting, and I had a long conversation with them and stuff, and I told them what platform I use, Podbean.com, and they don't use Podbean. So I was like, you know, tell them about it, like all the analytics that you can see. And, you know, with like the time of day, it's maybe, just maybe for everybody, it might be why we put the show out at noon every day, because bang, maybe that's when our numbers are the highest. But the analytics show that people in Athens, they listen late in the day, like right here in front of me. And I think it's because Dawn is tough on grease. I tried. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I do better. You're not baiting me in for another
man,
one.
I tried. I'm normally pretty. I got my promo face on and everything.
Yeah, I'm not even. I couldn't. I was like, as soon as you started your spew and you went and you asked me the question, Athens. I went, no, I'm not falling for this one.
My delivery was good at first. Son of a gun.
It was. So go ahead and put out the punchline. You're not getting me this time.
People in Athens hate getting up early because Dawn is tough on grease. Darn it!
I wasn't falling for that one, brother.
Oh, don't worry. I'll get you again, and you won't even know it.
Oh, I know you will. Don't worry. You, but you listen.
No.
What?
No, hold on. You don't even know what I mean. You don't even know what I mean by that, by the way. And the smoking hot soon-to-be wife, she's listening. She's shaking her head. She's saying how much she hates me because all I do is spew dad jokes. So I'm getting hate on both sides of me right now, through the screen and on the other side of the room. But let me tell you something, young man. You think that you're going to read what I'm going to pull next? Well, you have no freaking clue, because it's going to come out of left field and it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks, and you're not even going to know.
Oh, don't get me wrong. There's no hate. I'm just sitting here laughing. But you have to realize, when you were talking about the whole anthem thing, you got to realize, all I saw was the American flag. That's why. Yep, I didn't get that one, because when you said anthem, all I heard was the American anthem. You have to realize that's who I am.
You got to admit that was pretty good, though.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
That was
And
really
no,
good.
I would never get it, because every time you said anthem, all I saw was the American flag. So, yep, you got me on that one 100%. Guaranteed. You can get me on that next week.
Hey, you know, there have been a few times on this show where you have given a shout out to your family, right?
Yes, sir.
Which I think is really cool. Well, have you guys started school yet in Virginia?
Oh yeah.
How far in are you guys?
Oh shoot, dude, we're 3 weeks in at least.
3 weeks.
Yeah, we're 3 weeks in at least.
Jeez.
At least.
Well, I want to.
Maybe.
Well, I want to
Yeah.
give a shout out to my baby boy, my 6-year-old son. He just started first grade.
Gage.
My son Cage. He just started first grade, and I don't know how your school system is down there. So we got him in a charter school up here in Pennsylvania. It's a really awesome school. Like, I mean, it blows public schools, like the public school system or whatever, out of the water, because they really focus early on how to prepare you for later on in life, and like teach you tools early to help your growth in life after school. in kindergarten at this school, they teach Chinese and Spanish.
Really?
These kids are like learning how to write their names. You know what I mean? So so for going on a second year now, he's learning Chinese and Spanish. And my baby boy, at this school, they have like a behavioral grading system type deal, and it's used with colors. And orange and red are like the absolute worst. And last year, not going to lie, he got a lot of orange and reds because he was excited to be with other kids in school. He really did. But his school year started this week, and he has had the top 2 colors every day so far. So he's had a really hot start to school. He's loving it, making new friends. So I can't tell you how proud I am of this kid because kindergarten was really rough in like a behavioral stance. So, like, my baby boy, he's knocking out of the park so far this year. So I just want to give my son Cage a little shout out because he deserves it.
Shout out to you, Cage. Attaboy.
Absolutely.
And, good job.
And there is a special lady in my household.
I don't know who.
Smoking hot soon-to-be wife who's giving me the finger right now. Hashtag true story.
Oh, Miss Tawny.
I got to give her a shout out.
Hold on. Can I interrupt you just for a second? You make sure, because I follow her on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Make sure you tell her the photographs that she posted this week, because and if you don't want me to put this out there, you can cut it, edit, because didn't your daughter start dance class this week?
She is going to start dance class.
Okay, well, let me tell you. You tell Miss Tawny the photographs that she posted this week were absolutely precious. And if you need to cut this out, do it.
No, it's good, man. I appreciate you saying that. She obviously gets her looks from her mama, so she's it scares. I'm telling you, having a little girl like that scares the heck out of me. So, but I won't say it out loud. I'll let her hear it live on the air. So. But thanks for saying that, man. I do appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and for the record, thank God my daughter gets her looks from her wife, from my wife as well.
Thank God for our women.
Yes. Yeah.
But I gotta give a shout out to the smoking hot soon-to-be wife. Hashtag smoking hot soon-to-be wife. Because what's one thing that you need to do this show?
Time?
No! Credentials.
What? Oh, yeah. She took care of you. She went and got your credentials, didn't she?
Let me tell you something. If you're a new listener to this show, you cannot be on this show on my end or Johnny's end if you don't have a drink in your hand, toes in the sand, man. So, It just so happens today, I had a little, maybe like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. No, it was a little after that. Probably like 5:30 in the afternoon, glass of whiskey. Firing up the grill, getting ready to have a little cookout here at the house. We made some honey sriracha chicken on the grill. Oh, it was sexy. Now, problem was, I emptied a bottle of whiskey, and I had none left. So as the hashtag smoking hot soon-to-be wife is at the grocery store, I'm like, hey, praying to God she loves me. I'm like, hey, I can't, because I can't break my own rule, you know what I mean? I was like, could you please pick me up a bottle of Tin Cup whiskey? And the response I got was not one that I thought I would get whiskey with. But it turns out she comes home, and there it was, a brand new bottle of credentials right here. And so I got a glass of credentials thanks to the hashtag smoking hot soon to be wife. She saved the show this week because if I didn't get any, we wouldn't be recording right now.
That a girl. Hey, hats off to you, Miss Tawny Ray. That a girl.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And
now that we got
speaking of wives, I know I mentioned it last week.
Yes, how about it? Go for it.
Yep. I mentioned it last week last night, my wife and I celebrated our 20-year anniversary. We have been married for 20 years, been together for 22. So how she's put up with my ugly ass for 20 years in marriage, I don't know.
Did she get the card?
She get the what?
The card in the mail. For me and Tom.
No.
Oh, yeah. We sent your wife a sympathy card.
Oh, well, no, we haven't got it yet. It wasn't yours, but she has received a couple.
We sent a sympathy card for having to deal with your butt for so long.
Oh, shoot, I tell her that every year. What are you talking about? Yeah, we're just coming up on 20, that's all.
20 years, man. Congratulations. That's pretty awesome.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Heck yeah.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. I can tell you that right now. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for her. And that's
freaking men.
the God's honest truth.
Well, now that we got some sappy crap out of the way, let's, I think we got some listener questions.
We do have a couple. We got a few.
We
got a few.
We got a smidge. You want to get to them?
Yeah, sure. Are you ready?
Dude, I'm ready whenever, brother.
All right. So, we got. This is a repeat listener, my buddy Bill Piner. He wants to know. His question was, Ginger or Marianne from Gilligan's Island. That was his post. Period. Ginger or Marianne from Gilligan's Island.
Now you gotta remember I'm 32.
This is what I'm getting at. I wanted to text Bill back and say, dude, he probably doesn't even know what Gilligan's Island is.
Yeah, come on now. Of course I know what it is.
You didn't know what the Waltons were.
Nobody knows what that is. It's some make-believe crap you made up to try to get one over on me, but we all know it ain't true.
No, right now, I want our listeners, I would like to say, I want someone to say, yeah, I know who the Waltons are.
Well, you know what? Hold on.
I'm not crazy.
Hold on one second. If anybody knows what it is, Todd Orner from the Talkcast on Facebook. Go there. If you listen to the show and if you know what the heck he's talking about, if you know any of this make-believe BS that he brought up, feel free to post it on Todd Orner from the Talkcast. Because I'm telling you, there won't be three people. There won't be three people. There won't be one person other than you or maybe your buddy, Chris Price, the guy who's... Yeah, that fella. Yeah, we'll probably get to him in a bit.
No.
Feel free to post about it.
I didn't receive a question from him tonight. I'll be honest.
You know why? Because I threatened him. It's because I threatened him with the Orndorff Farm Bar. That's why.
He's dying. I know when he listens to this, he's dying right now. Please, someone back me up about the Waltons. Please.
Are you going to slip them a 20 so they do, or what?
Huh?
Are you going to slip them a 20 spot so they do, or what?
No, I'm not going to float them anything. I'm not paying them anything. It's a fact. The Waltons was a show. So that's why when Bill asked this question today, I'm like, he's not even going to know who Gilligan's Island is.
The answer to the question, Ginger.
Okay.
She was a young one, right?
She was the movie star. She was the redheaded movie star.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
And
she was a movie. Yeah, I know the show. I watched the reruns in first grade.
And then, you were watching in the first grade. I was watching this stuff live. And Marianne was I guess she was considered the geek. I mean, that's my opinion. All right, so you say Ginger.
Yeah.
I've been married for 20 years. It doesn't matter to me. I'm married.
Right? Yeah, me neither. I'm about to be.
All right. Moving on. Your boys from the Atomic Drop Show.
Oh, gosh. What are they?
Yep. What is the most interesting thing you could do with 400 pounds of cheddar cheese? That's a good question.
Did they really ask that?
Yes, sir. The Atomic Drop Show asks you, what is the most interesting thing you could do with 400 pounds of cheddar cheese?
What could I do with 400 pounds of cheddar cheese?
I got my answer.
Well, probably what I would do is probably squish it all together and make like one solid ball, and then rip some pieces off and put it on a fishing hook and go fishing. That's what I would do.
I guess you're going carp fishing.
Trout eating.
Yep.
Hey, listen, dude. When I was like 5 and 6 and starting to go trout fishing, I used to have a block of Velveeta cheese in my little vest that I had. I would rip it off, throw it on the hook, and I'd be ripping lips all day, baby.
Yep. Yeah, you know what? I can't disagree with you there. But me being weird, me being the weird guy that I am, I would melt that shit down and make one great big slip and slide with cheddar cheese.
A slip and slide of cheddar
A
cheese?
slip and slide, 400 pounds of cheddar cheese. Yes,
Welcome
indeed.
to the most unprofessional show in podcast history, folks.
Hey, you invited me.
I'm thinking of two numbers, both between 1 and 10.
8 and 6. I already know the answer.
Next question.
Two-part question from your boys from the Atomic Drop Show.
Wait, are we letting them do this twice?
Well, it was there. It was in the same paragraph. So here's the next question. Do you use KY jelly or Vaseline when the fingers get inserted?
I know for a fact I could take both of them at one time.
Hey,
without question, hands down. Don't even need to hesitate.
That
Next
was the question. No,
Next
hold
question.
on. I'm not done with that. I'm not done with that question because, my job is to monitor the questions. And you asked me to write everything down, right? That is my job, right?
Oh, you're finally going to do your job?
I've been doing my job.
Because you don't do the intro when I... No, don't argue with me, son. You don't do the intro when I ask you.
I can't do the intro. Because all I hear
then you
is...
don't do your job. So then you just admitted you don't do your job.
No, hold on. I try to do the intro. But when I'm doing the intro and I hear in the background, I'm done.
Oh, fella.
Oh, Todd, you know I love you. Hold on. So I go through the comments and all this stuff. So I had to go through the comments. And then I see the hashtag smoking hot soon to be wife. Do you know what her response was?
How about them Yankees, huh? They're doing good this season. 40 games above 500. How about them Yanks? Aaron Judge, Gary Sanchez, how about it?
So the question was KY jelly or Vaseline. Do you know what your hashtag smoking hot soon to be wife said?
What?
Spit.
What?
Spit. Hey, don't worry. Trust.
You know how most of the time it's like the men who sleep on the couch? Well, guess who's getting the boot tonight?
Let me know how that works out for you.
She really said that?
Yeah, she said spit. That was her. That was her only response was spit. Shit! I love you, Todd. All right, so now we can move on. I had to get that out the way. All right, so
why do I do this to myself? Go ahead.
So, and I hope I do not shit, I can't even talk. The last name on this one, and my headline says, laughing my ass off, Justin Ehrig. I hope I said that right.
I'm
Do you
sure
know what
when he says it doesn't sound like a Southerner, but go ahead.
Justin Ehrig? How do you feel about all the days of the week ending with the word day?
It's one of the most bizarre things. I'm probably gonna, it's a funny question because I might have thought about that yesterday. I might even have thought about that today. I'll probably think about that next Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or Saturday or just any day within the next week days.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Even when I read that question, I'm like, damn, it's a good question. I don't even know how I feel. It is. It's just another day. But I tell you what, I really like Thursdays. You know why?
Why?
Because that's pay day for me. That's why. That's the only day I'm worried about is pay day.
And it's even better when they rhyme, isn't it?
Yes, you're right. You are right. All right, let's see. Oh, we already talked about my wife's question, right?
Yeah,
What's
you
it
brought
feel
it
like?
up.
Yeah, we already discussed that. All right, so I do have an asterisk. All right, before we go on, I have an asterisk in my notes, and it just said Kroger's. So I have a pet peeve that I got to get off my chest because we're out of questions.
You
But
have
I have
a pet named Peeve?
No, I have a pet peeve.
Go ahead.
I was in Kroger's this evening. Ladies, I love you. I love all of you. You're just whatever. But when you're in Kroger's or you're in a Food Line or whatever, if I can smell your perfume from 3 aisles over, honey, baby, that's too much. I went into Kroger's tonight and I walked up an aisle and I'm literally starting to choke. And I'm like, oh my God, where is that coming from? And I walked past this lady, and Todd, I couldn't breathe. That's too much.
That bad?
Oh, it was that bad. And this is not the first time this has happened. It doesn't take, you don't have to use a half a bottle to go to the store. I mean, if it's that bad, take a bath. Just a pat will do you. Todd, seriously, dude, I'm not kidding. I was 3 aisles over and could smell this woman's perfume or whatever, body wash, body spray, whatever. That's just too much. Because when I was in Kroger's and I started choking, I couldn't hardly breathe. I'm like, I'm bringing this shit up on the podcast tonight, pardon my language. I said, I've got to bring this up. That's just too much.
Speaking of fragrances.
Uh-oh.
I think it was 2 years ago. I surprised the smoking hot soon-to-be wife with this new bottle of Chanel. And now, granted, it wasn't the largest bottle. It was like the second. It was like there was one larger bottle than this. And she loved it, man. It's her favorite of all time. So it was like win for me. You know what I mean? So then all of a sudden, it's empty, and she's, shaking the bottle in front of me, like, hey, just so you know, this is gone now. Well, for like a year and a half to 2 years, I've been hearing about this stuff. Like, hey, my bottle's still empty, just so you know. And well, so, I made the missus happy not too long ago, about 3 weeks ago. We had to go to the mall for something, and I snuck in the store and I got her some more and everything. So, and I had my daughter deliver it to her. So I'm back like on her good side now. She just says you are. Yeah, come on. You smell wonderful, babe.
Oh, go on. You're killing me.
So yeah, that's it. I redeemed myself.
I was getting ready to say, did I lose you?
That's it. Just a freaking
Okay.
yeah, man. So like, I understand the fragrance thing. She doesn't overpower. She knows what she's doing. You know, pump here, pump there, smack the wrist, rub it in, good to go, man. Yeah, that's hold on. Since we're on the all right, now listen. I got a pretty extensive cologne collection. All right, and she always makes fun of my one bottle because it has like a massive package on it. it's like it's like the shape of a man's body, and he's like a horse apparently. So, like proper. I need to run this by the gentlemen who listen to the show. There is proper cologne etiquette.
Brute. Have a shade.
Oh my God! Did you say you use brute?
No, I don't. It's just when you said that, it just popped in my head. Brute. Have a shade. I listen to a lot of Eddie Murphy in my time.
Oh my gosh! So proper cologne etiquette for men. All right, now listen. If you don't know, if you just like spray it on your clothes, it's not going to work. You're going to be a jabroni. People on my show who listen to my show, they're not going to be jabronis. So how this works? Because there are literally people who don't know. You spray the cologne on places on your body that, you know, like present a lot of heat, so it gives off the fragrance, right? So the proper way to do this, you pop the neck, you pop your wrists, you smack them together, bang, 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 3 times maximum, and you're good to go. That's all you need to do. On the neck, bang on the wrist, smack your wrists together 3 times, you're solid. So, listen, if you're listening to the show and your cologne game is off, you're welcome. You won't offend me with cash. All right? You know, feel free to like on podbean.com or iTunes. Feel free to leave a comment. You're welcome for the night that you had that night. So, all I'm saying is, you know, proper cologne etiquette's a big deal.
All right. Well, hold on. I do have a question. You talking about all the people, you know, all the places that provide the most heat, right?
Yes.
Right?
I already told you the one time I had to smother myself in ball powder, if that's where you're going.
Oh, that's right. Okay, all right. Yep, all right, we're good. That's right. We did cover that.
My heat was.
We did.
My air conditioning wasn't working. It was hot and sticky in this house.
Well, yeah. At least you picked up on where I was going because, that's the hottest part of the body. So yeah, okay. We covered that.
Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host, Johnny Simonetti. He doesn't pronounce it right, whatever it is. I don't know. But regardless, this is my co-host. This is who I chose.
Thank you for choosing me. Sorry, your podcast.
I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for it every day. Do we have a question?
My gosh.
Did
Where
I
are
not
we at?
answer a question yet? I don't know.
Oh,
You're
no, we're
supposed to be
good.
running this thing. You said you do your job.
I did. That's it. That's all the questions I wrote down. That's it. That's all the questions for the night.
You sure?
Oh, yeah, that's it. You told me to write down the questions, and I wrote down all the questions, and we're an hour in. Dude, we're good. Hell yeah.
So you're saying we're good for the night?
Oh, yeah, we're good for the night. I wrote down, I did exactly what you said. Write down all the questions that need to be aired tonight, and that's exactly what I did.
That's funny. Can I ask you where you got these questions from?
From Todd Orndorff on the podcast.
Oh, and who runs that?
Mr.
Who's in charge of that?
Mr. Todd Orndorff.
And who is he? Oh, that's me. That's right.
Oh, that'd be the owner of the show, yeah. But, hey, I did what you said. Write down all the questions that need to be asked tonight, and that's what I did. So we're done.
See,
hey,
right there.
see y'all next week.
So, now you're going to do the close? You don't do the close without my command. You wrote down every question, but you didn't ask every question.
Sorry, you're going to get me tripped. Yeah, I did.
You see, in order to have
I wrote down every question that needed to be asked.
And I find that to be hysterical because as the man in charge of this show, the man who does everything for this show except for make fun of me like you do, and Chris and a few other people apparently, Atomic Drop Show, calling you out. You see, there's a thing called forgetfulness, and I think you suffer from that, and I think you are right now. Because there's one question from a guy named Lawrence Brewer. Have you heard of him? Sure you have. There is a question that is not just for me this week, which is really cool. There's a question for Johnny.
I hate him.
I don't. I'm a big fan of his. I don't know who the heck this man is, but I'm a big fan of his. Are you ready, John?
No, I don't recall the question, sir.
That's funny. I will remind you. Why is Johnny Simonetti or Simonetti? I still don't know your freaking name. Why is Johnny Simonetti afraid of oatmeal cream pies and blow pops? Now I'm gonna sit here quietly while you make up some random fake story, some fake news, like you and your Democratic Party like to make up. So feel free and enlighten us, but give us the real story on why you absolutely, positively are terrified beyond belief. Worse than a 2-year-old on Halloween, afraid of oatmeal cream pies and blow pops. I will sit here quietly. The floor is yours.
All right,
Hold on. I'm going to grab my drink and popcorn for this. Go ahead.
Please grab your drink, because I've got to paint the picture first. He posted that question, and before I even saw that he posted the question, I get a text from him that says, laughing my ass off, I'm sorry, I had to. And I'm like, and I look at his text, and I'm like, what? I sent him a text back, and I'm like, what? And then it pops up on my Facebook notification that he mentioned me in a comment. So I go in and look at the comment, and I read this question. And my first thought is, you son of a bitch. All right, so let me paint a picture for you real quick before I get into this story. 15 years ago, I had my own softball team, and he had his own softball team. He came up to bat. Lawrence is a big dude. He's got big old arms, and I've always been a comedian. I've always been a loudmouth. So he comes up to bat. I'm a catcher. I jump up, and I start telling my outfield, y'all back up. Look at the arms on this guy. Y'all back up. And he's laughing. He's like, man, shut up, whatever. First pitch, my pitcher pitches the ball, and he hits this ball on the top, and it barely makes it to my pitcher. I fall to the ground laughing. And I'm like, man, I'm sorry. Hey, come back, hit again. He's laughing. So after the game, we get, you know what? No, it was the next time. So we finished that game, and we laughed the whole time. The next time we're on the field together, he said, look, man, we've never had so much fun playing against another team than with your team. He said, let's combine our teams. So this was on our summer league. So the fall league, we combined our teams. And that's pretty much been a solid, hysterical friendship from that time on. And it's 15 years. So to get to, I've been thinking all day about how in the hell am I going to tell this story? So we come to like I said, this has been a 15-year friendship. I'm pretty sure it was
that just ended.
Oh no, it hadn't ended, because I can promise you, I can almost guarantee you, this will not be the last comment you hear from Mr. Lawrence Brewer. And I can guarantee you, if he's listening to this and driving, he's going to pull over, because we actually went to lunch today, and we couldn't eat from laughing because I wanted to shove a freaking taco down his throat today. If he's listening to this when he's driving, he's going to pull over. So I'm pretty sure it was my 40th birthday party. And we had a big shindig, big milestone, 40 years old. A lot of people here. My cousin Ellie showed up. She gave me a pair of pink socks, which will come into play later in the story. So we're sitting around eating deer meat. It's November the 10th. It's cold. I got on sweatpants. Outside, we're drinking. And Lawrence decided to bring a bottle of Patron. So we start taking shot for shot with everybody, and it gets late. We come inside. We all come inside. I've got on sweatpants. I told my wife, I said, I'm going to go up here and change my clothes. I said, I'm hot. I got on sweatpants. I wanted to go put on a pair of shorts. So I walk upstairs to go change, and that's pretty much the last thing I remember for that night. And obviously, as the story goes, I pretty much got my sweatpants off, and that's as far as it went, and I passed out. We have a really big bedroom. So at the time, we had a water bed in our room and a sofa, up against one wall. So evidently, I passed out on the sofa. And so I took my sweatpants off. I never got my shorts on. So I've been trying to think about how I'm going to tell this story. So I'm going to tell it how I remember it first. And then I'm going to go back and tell the story of what happened. So I go up to change my clothes. I wake up the next morning. I'm in my living room, naked, with with the pink socks on that my cousin gave me. Okay? That's how I woke up. I woke up. The first thing I did, I'm looking around the room. I'm like, holy shit, who's here? I see it's daylight. I'm like, all right. So I go into the bathroom to go to, I had to pee, so I went into the bathroom, and I see all this brown stuff on the back of, on the toilet seat. I'm like, oh shit, what did I do? Did I shit on the toilet? So I did my business. I peed. I broke out the Lysol and the spray, and I cleaned the toilet because I'm like, Dream is going to kick my ass if I shit on the toilet. Okay. So, and I'm walking upstairs. I'm like, damn, my butt cheeks. Why are my butt cheeks sticky? So I walk upstairs, and my wife is asleep on the waterbed, and I grab her foot, and I said, babe. And it's the third time I'm grabbing her foot. I said, babe. She opens her eyes, and she looks at me. And my first question is, I said, why are my butt cheeks sticky? She, from a dead sleep, busted out laughing. She said, oh, my God. So I get her up out of the bed, and we're sitting there talking. And she said, honey, she said, you don't even know what happened last night. So evidently, once I passed out, I went upstairs, changed my clothes, and Lawrence said, where's Johnny? Dreamer said, oh, he's upstairs. He's passed out. And he said, no way. She said, oh, yeah. She said, he's not back yet. He's upstairs passed out. So they come up, turn on the light. It's my wife, my buddy Lawrence, my buddy Ballbag, and my little brother. I know they're still here at the same time. They go up. They shake me. I don't move. She said, he's out. Lawrence comes running back downstairs and hands everybody that's left. There's like 8 people left. Hands everybody a dum-dum sucker. He said, here. Suck on this. So after 5 minutes of everybody sucking on a sucker, he takes them, and he says, Dream said he wastes like 5 minutes. So they come upstairs, him, Sean, and my little brother, and yes, my loving, beautiful wife of 20 years come upstairs, and they take these dumb suckers. Keep in mind, I'm laying on my side with just a pair of boxer briefs on. And they twist these freaking dumb suckers in my pubes. Okay? Oh, trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me, it gets better.
It can't get any better than that.
Oh, trust me, it gets better. So you got to realize, Sean and Lawrence are like frat brothers back in the day. Like I said, we had been friends for 15 years at the time. They're practical jokers. Well, that wasn't enough. Ball Bag, which his name is Sean. We call him Ball Bag. That's for another episode. He said, "Go get me some oatmeal cream pies." And so they bring up, like, I don't know how many it was, 2 or 3 oatmeal cream pies. And he said, "I'm going to shove him in his butt crack." And, he said, "But I don't want to touch his butt." And what my little brother said, "It's my brother. I don't give a damn." He pulls down my pants, and they shove oatmeal cream pies in my damn butt crack in the middle of the night while I'm passed out.
Oh my God.
So the brown stuff that was on the toilet was oatmeal cream pie. Also, the story goes on. When Lawrence gets ready to leave, he tells my wife, he says, if he wakes up within the next half hour to an hour, he's going to be pissed off. If he wakes up within, in the morning, it's funny, blah, blah, blah. Well, my wife tends to tell me, now keep in mind, I remember none of this. All I remember is waking up and seeing shit on the toilet, okay? So...
I'm so happy right now.
I know you are. Oh, so Dreama tends to tell me the next day that, what Lawrence said. If he wakes up within the next half hour to an hour, he's going to be pissed off. But if he wakes up in the morning, he's going to be fine. Well, Dreama's out there. She's picking up. She's cleaning up after everybody left. It's been like 20 minutes after everybody left. And we have a landing that goes up to our bedroom, and it's just a little 3-step landing. She's up there cleaning up, and she hears me getting up. She hides back in the corner behind the rocking chair in one of my deer mounts, just back in the corner, just being quiet. And she says, I walked to the top of our landing, and she said, I pulled out my underwear, and I went... And she said she spit laughing, and I walked on. I never heard her. I don't remember none of this. She said when I got out of her sight, she ran and jumped into bed and went to sleep, and I don't remember anything after that. So, like I said, when I woke up in the morning naked with just pink socks on, asked her what was going on, I go in to take a bath, and lo and behold, there's my underwear in the bathtub. Oatmeal cream pie everywhere, and about 8 dumb suckers and about 2,000 pubic hairs in the toilet. In the tub.
Oh my God.
So Lawrence, screw you. I hope you're not driving.
Oh my God.
Oh, you got to realize. You got to realize these are the.
I'm never coming to visit you. I want you to know that.
No,
I'm not going to be around those people.
No. No,
I don't want to have to
gotta...
explain oatmeal cream pies in my ass crack. I'm not coming down.
Trust me. Look, and just for the record, I mean, this was back in a time, this was 10 years ago when I would drink until I would totally pass out. I mean, just
ago.
Totally. No, that's been 10 years ago, brother. And just for the record, I do not do that anymore. But back in the day, yeah, I was. Don't. Word of advice: don't pass out first around your friends.
No, That's drinking 101.
Yeah, well, I didn't read that book apparently back, 10, 12 years ago. I never read that book. And I've caught on to his ways. I've caught on to his ways, too. If you get into a shot competition with him, he don't take the shots. Everybody by that point is so drunk, he's throwing it past his face. Yeah, I've caught on to him. Lawrence, yeah, I know you're going to listen to this, and I know you're dying. I've caught on to you, brother. Trust me.
Oh my God, dude, that was freaking awesome. I was thinking about ending the show, but I gotta ask you because you actually said something that sparked an interest.
Uh-oh.
No, it's actually out of that whole story. It's somehow nothing bad. So the smoking hot soon-to-be wife and I have been thinking about new mattresses and stuff. And you said you guys have a waterbed, or you did?
We did, yeah. We don't have one anymore.
No.
No. We got dude. We got the waterbed. We had one cat, and then throughout the course of a year, we ended up with 3 more cats. So cats and waterbeds don't match. Just
no, they don't.
Put that out there.
With young kids, waterbeds aren't all that bouncy. I don't know about you, but my kids like to jump on the bed.
Yeah, no, they're not that bouncy. You know what? They were nice. I mean, it was nice when we had it. Hell, it was given to us. I'm like, oh yeah, go ahead.
Well, I never had one, but is there a way to make a waterbed bouncy?
No, they're not bouncy, dude.
Well, what if you put spring water in it?
No. There you go. There you go. There you go again. You and your damn dad jokes.
So, that was one of the greatest stories I've ever heard in my life. I'm so thankful that I picked you as my co-host. Whether you do your job or not, you just redeemed yourself in a very big way.
Well, like I said, I can pretty much guarantee you that won't be the last question you get from Mr. Brewer.
Well, I got to ask you. While we close the show, I got to ask you. So you said that, obviously you had some beverages. Were you eating whenever you did this, or was it just straight alcohol?
Oh, no, we had, that particular night, I had deer meat, I had deer tenderloin on the grill, hamburgers, hot dogs. No, I ate, but you just got to realize, when your buddy shows up to your 40th birthday party with a full fifth of Patron, yeah, things go south, and you got to realize Lawrence is one of the guys that he's going to trust me. There are many, many stories that either he'll get you in on a bet and you lose your eyebrows, or you pull a mushroom out of a boiling crawfish boil pot, eat it straight out the pot. You got to understand, that's just how things go with my buddies. Trust me, that's just one of them. That's the best one by far.
Well, I was wondering if it was Patron, and I guess you said you're eating some venison or whatever, but I was just wondering if you were having Pabst Blue Ribbon and Hot Pockets.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Who told you about that? I missed a comment. Chris Price.
No, you did not miss a comment. You did not miss a comment.
Oh, that son of a bitch added you on, Marco.
No.
Oh, no, I know what's going on. You know what? Yeah, screw him. That's another show.
So, no, please. We got time. This is my show. So, do you like Pabst Blue Ribbon and Hot Pockets? Are you a fan?
All right, so this Chris Price. That's it, brother.
Chris Price. He redeemed himself with me too.
Yeah, I know where it came from. I know where this came from. All right, so this is twice in one. We could save this for another episode.
Hold on a second. You were complimenting the smoking hot soon-to-be wife on her photography. Do you like pass blue ribbon and the hot pockets in photography?
I got to credit that picture. I got to credit that picture to my wife, and thank God Christopher Price don't have it. All right.
Is there a story behind all of this?
Yes, there's a story behind this.
Oh, please share.
I've told you before, the whole reason I got into podcasts were my buddies, Titty and Shiner, with the Titty and Shiner show, right? I've told you that. I've mentioned them before.
Yep.
So when they got on their podcast and they started going, well, they had a contest. They always talk about, all right, so Shiner, who's a single guy, he always tells this story. Yeah, I'll have a girl over, but she can't be here when the sun comes up. So I give her a Hot Pocket. I heat her up a Hot Pocket and send her on her way. And that's always been a long-standing joke with them guys. So when they got going with their podcast, they kept mentioning, Hot Pockets. So they started this contest. Anybody who sends in oh God, I'm going to kick his ass. Anybody who sends in any picture, you don't have to be naked, just any kind of picture with a Hot Pocket, you get a T-shirt, Titty and Shiner, T-shirt, and a gift certificate for one of their sponsors. Well, this went on for like 3 weeks, and nobody ever sent anything in. So I told Dreamer, I said, I got something for them. I said, I know what night they're recording. I said, let's do a picture. And I said, I need you to take the picture. So I went and bought me some Hot Pockets. Came home. I knew at 8:30 or 9:30 they would be halfway through their podcast. All I wanted to do was crack them up in the middle of their podcast and send them this picture. So what I did was, I'm going to kick Chris's ass, you motherfucker. So what I did was, I had on my Donald Trump camouflage hat. I went down and bought me a 24-ounce PBR because my man Shiner, that's all he drinks is PBR. I went down and got a big, 24-ounce PBR. I put on a pair of leopard print Speedo underwear and a pair of my Snap-on knee-high black socks. And I laid up on my bed and I put the Hot Pockets right across my junk with the PBR up to my mouth and my finger up to my lip, trying to be as sexy as I could. Dreamer took the picture. I said, yep, that's the one. And I sent it to them in the middle of the broadcast, and they cracked the hell up. The Big Titty sent me a text. He said, well, I know what our promo picture is going to be for tomorrow. I said, no, it's not. I said, you do not put that out there.
Oh, Johnny.
Hey, man, I'm out to have a good time. I'm crazy.
I cannot tell you how thankful I am to have this story and to know that photo is out there, because as we close the show with that story, we can't go any further. As we close the show with that story, we got to promote where they can find us on social media. Todd Orniff on the Toddcast on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook is where you can find this photo here. Because, Johnny, you don't want to let our fans down. There are people from all over. Now, let me talk to you a little bit. Man to man.
Right.
Businessman to businessman.
Okay.
We're reaching new territory. Again. We are now in the UK. The great folks of the UK, who we are so thankful for. We have Italy, we have Greece, we have everywhere. We have Athens, as we just learned on this episode. We have so many different places, and so many people are like, who are these guys? And we should show them who we really are. Because, a lot of times, because a lot of times when you're behind a microphone, sometimes you might show a little bit of extra charisma. It might be you, but like a little amplified. You know, kind of like you're walking through that curtain before a performance of some sort. But these people really want to know who you and I really are. And I think you would be... I think you'd be letting some of these people down if you, Johnny Simonetti, didn't really show these folks on Todd Orniff on the Toddcast on Facebook and Instagram who you really are. Connect with the people. Build that relationship with our fans.
They know who I am. They can go back and look at previous posts with the comparison of us. Yeah, all your pictures, you got a suit on holding a glass of scotch or whiskey. No, I'm not putting that out there. That's not who I really am. I'm going to try to make you laugh.
Don't hide it. Don't be ashamed.
I'm a geek.
Listen, this is 2019, and of all times in the history of the universe, you should never be ashamed of who you are.
Oh, I'm not
and
ashamed
what
of
you
who
do.
I am. Because I'm gonna tell you what, you know, you talking about my buddy Lawrence and all my softball buddies. They have seen me in some gear that you wouldn't believe, in outfits that you wouldn't believe. Just because, hey, I don't give a shit, but I'm not putting it out there for the world.
Then, like I said, it's no big deal. Just let the world see who you really are.
All right, I'll post a picture tomorrow of me.
In leopard.
I hear you cracking up.
In leopard, with the Hot Pocket, a finger to the lip, and a PBR in hand to paint a picture for the folks. Once again, trying to look only as sexy as you can look.
Look. If I wouldn't let my boys from the Titty and Shiner show post it, trust me, I'm not going to post it on here either.
But the good thing is,
as much as I love you, huh?
But the good thing is, I communicate with Shiner.
I know.
And it just so happens, maybe when I found out about this story, long before we started recording, I may have reached out to Shiner.
I'm gonna tell you what. If it gets out there, yeah, I promise you. If I didn't give them permission to do it, I'm not giving you permission to do it. Your show or not.
I don't know if you can hear me, but I am basically Ric Flair right now. Woo!
Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Todd Orndorff, the host of this fine program that you choose to listen to each and every week, and sometimes I wonder for what freaking reason. And I very much thank you for tuning into this glorious episode. I feel like I won the freaking lottery on this episode. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Todd Orndorff on the Toddcast on Facebook and Instagram. Johnny Lepo, or Simo, could you tell the folks where to find you on social media?
I'm on Johnny Simo, Tattooed in the Wild, and Johnny Simonetti on Facebook.
And the picture can be found on Porncast. Thank you guys very, very much. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. UK, thank you for joining the club. Folks, it's been my pleasure. Out.
Peace.